2003 Dodge Ram 1500 Thunder Road Edition. The Thunder Road Edition actually comes factory with 20s. I actually had to get new wheels and get new tires, and 20s. They're actually free, so best deal out there. They're brand new tires. They're 17s. They're off a newer 2013 Dodge Ram, but they still work for the truck, so I'll put those on there. I do got my 16-year-old self put a chrome real tree symbol on there because I thought that was just the badass thing at the time. She does have she's got a lot of stories. She's been through a lot of problems. She's actually got some scratches. She's been through some adventures. This is from a pole that I ended up sliding in the rain and hitting. This is just Dodge rust. Everybody knows the beds are shit. The quarters end up rusting out, so that's just the Dodge rust. This is actually from my dad. So I was told that somebody actually hit him and T-bowed him in the middle of an intersection. That was completely wrong. My dad's a fucking nutcase, and he actually was drifting in a parking lot himself when he owned this truck before I had it, and he ended up hitting a light pole. So that's why this whole side is completely dented in and rusted out, because I have not been able to fix it yet. I just got the truck back up and running. These two holes, I have no idea where those came from. It's just starting to she needs a good paint job, honestly. She's starting to rust. She needs to get some work done to her. We've got a taped up tail light, honestly, because I just ended up actually hitting somebody at work. So I had to turn around and I forgot to get a new one. This literally just happened like this week. So I have to go to the junkyard, go to a pull and pay, go to somewhere, and maybe even just buy a new one. Because cheap, it's the tail light, it's an older Dodge. It's American, it'll be here. Everybody's got something around, so. On this quarter, it's actually not too bad. She's got a little bit of wear and tear, but she's nowhere near as bad as the other side. It has to be replaced. They're starting to just look like shit. I don't know how they actually end up bending up, but they end up the other side is messed up too. It's not looking too pretty for her. She's a daily. So no, this actually, all the ground effects on this side, that is the one piece that is still on the truck actually came with ground effects. It came with that. It came with a back one. It came, and all on the side. It came actually with a front lip on the front too. My little 16-year-old self thought I could just raise this up, level it out, and delete all the under truck. I just thought it didn't look like a truck at the time, but now that I grew up a little bit, now I kind of wanted to just change it up. I want to actually get back on with the truck, get all the ground effects back on. I've got them back in my house. I'm going to put them back on, and I'm actually going to try and look around and look for bags, because I'm going to end up slamming it and just turning her into just a low, slow daily truck. Just make her just clean, just fix her up and just make her look good. It does have the 5.7 Hemi Magnum in her.
Yeah, we gotta see about the Hemi, bro. We gotta see what's going on with the Hemi.
She's dirty. She's real dirty. You're gonna see a lot of fluids low. Here, you wanna, Robbie, hold this up real quick.
We got our certified engineered hood stand. This on bitch cost what $350 or was it $375?
For what?
For that hood stand.
Oh man, that special hood stand, dude. I think it was. I got a deal on it. It was like $200.
Oh, okay.
It was a good deal. You know, got her at the Supermoto fucking Moto wannabe store that's completely fake that I just made up. Right now, yeah. So in this thing, we've got the V8, got the 5.7 liter Hemi in her. She's completely stock. She's completely stock. Really just dirty.
You know, maintenance have we done to it? What kind of issues has arose since ownership?
Okay.
Have you changed the motherfucking oil?
No.
How long have you had it? How long has it been since you became in possession of the vehicle? And how long from that point, if at all, have you changed the oil?
It's been 5 years, and I've not changed the oil once.
Guys in the comments are going to rip you a new one. And everybody in the comments,
But
let this guy know some information.
The repairs, I actually ended up blowing out the rear end in it. I ended up buying another Dodge. It was a single cab, long bed, same year. But it actually, with this rear end, I think you could tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. It is I think it was a 3.55 gear ratio rear end differential. And in the other one that I bought, I drove it around for a little bit, but when I broke the rear end in this, I actually ended up swapping the rear end from that one into this one. I think this is a higher, I think this is a 4 point something. It's a little higher gear ratio. I don't even remember.
4.75 or 4.73?
I think it's 7.5.
7.5, okay.
7.5.
Now, how'd you blow out that diff? What was you doing?
I'm not allowed to say. I can't say that.
Well, I mean, you was in Mexico. I know that part.
Okay. Yeah, I was down in Mexico, and it started to rain a little bit, and I had bald tires at the time, and I was turning left onto a road with my buddy. We were going to a party actually, and it was pouring down rain. We shouldn't even have been driving down in Mexico, but we were already down there, and we decided to go down to this party, and it was pouring down rain, and the tires were bald as hell, and so it ended up I was turning left onto a road at an intersection, and as soon as I turned left, it ended up completely just swinging all the way around, and the right back tire ended up completely cockeyed. The whole truck actually ended up onto the median because it swung around so hard, and yeah, that's how I broke the rear end in it. I actually had to get it towed that night because the wheel itself was completely broke off the axle, and the bed of the truck, the whole frame was sitting on top of the cement median onto the road.
Because
nobody got hurt. My buddy was with me, and 2 girls, and nobody got hurt. No cars were in it. Nobody else got hurt. No other cars were involved. And as soon as it happened, tow truck was just so happened to be right down the road. So he was already headed this way. He would have passed us, so he would have seen it, and he would have stopped us. He did stop, and he ended up towing the truck, and I got her fixed.
he was sober, guys, down in the comments. He was sober.
I was sober. Yeah, not even 21 yet, so completely sober. But power steering. I've had this truck total for about 5 years. When I first started driving it, I only drove it around for maybe a year or so, and I noticed the power steering was starting to go out, and I was just gonna ride her until she blew, but I haven't been able to get back up to it to get her to fix the power steering because it's just been life has just been life. I haven't been able to have any time. Life just been dealing with things, so I just now got her back up and running. It's probably been 2 weeks total that I've been driving this. So I've already thought about getting to power steering. I should have got it this weekend. Ran into a pole and halfway into a yard. cement block in the middle of the road. My dad, he's hit it with a pole, with a light pole in a parking lot. Oh, another thing, I right before it, just because I actually just now got her back up and running. What happened before, right before this, I was actually driving to work one day in the rain. I was on the highway doing roughly like 75, keeping up with traffic. I was in the right-hand lane, luckily, and my right wheel, I heard a lot of tink, 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 and I looked behind me. I was thinking something maybe hit me, something rocks or what. I didn't know what it was. I just heard metal hitting on metal, and out of nowhere, as soon as I turned back around to look straight again, the right wheel is passing me and it's going up the road. And next thing I know, the truck falls down and I'm doing 80 in the rain, sliding onto the concrete on the highway.
So what caused that wheel to fall off?
The whole thing fell off. The whole hub fell off. I don't remember exactly. That was the only thing I have not fixed out of all my cars. That is the one thing I did not fix myself. My cousin actually fixed that for me.
So the hub fell off of the axle?
Mm-hmm.
So did the ball joints break, which also caused it, or did something in the axle or something in the differential, or
it was something with the axle. I think the ball joints might have been shot, and it fell off when I was driving. I think I hit a pothole, and right when I hit that pothole, it was like probably a mile down the road, and it fell off.
Man.
And it was a good sized pothole, but I've ran over potholes like that and bigger, and it's never affected the truck. But since it was a bad part, it was just bad timing. All of it was just bad timing.
And after all this, she is still driving.
Original motor.
The original.
Original transmission, original motor. She has I just turned her over to 118,000. She's at 118.6 right now. And for 2003. So she's had a lot of stories. My dad's beat her up. I beat her up, and somehow she is still alive.
What do we need to do? Let us know in the comments. What does this truck need? What do we need to do?
Try to put that power steering on this one, because it was a brand new power steering pump. That was the only thing that truck needed, was a power steering pump, and it would have been a perfect truck. So I put the power steering on that truck, and I thought I could switch it to this truck, but it ended up not fitting and everything. I was really sad because I had the whole thing apart. It was probably 10 o'clock at night, freezing cold, windy as hell, underneath this truck that I don't even have on jack stands, so I just have to get up underneath her as is, and I'm a chubby guy, so my stomach gets all caught up in that. Oh yeah, chubby guy. So my stomach gets caught up underneath there. It's one hell of a battle.
What is the power steering pump doing?
Whining completely. She sounds like a supercharger. I've had number of people ask me if I've got a supercharged V8, and it's not that. It's just power steering. I want to be able to notice that it's actually the power steering. Real people, they could tell the real whine of a supercharger and how high pitched it is compared to the power steering. But if you look inside the window, you can see me just pulling as hard as I can to get that motherfucker to turn.
And differential, is that holding up?
Holds up perfect. I think she's got a little tiny bit of play, I feel. I can't tell. I've had stuff in the back of the truck for the last 3 years, and so a lot of it kicks back when it hits the tailgate and I take off. I take off a little bit hard. I got a heavy foot, so I'll be able to tell now whether or not the diff is actually catching when it's supposed to, or if it does have play. If it does have play, then I'll have to really pay attention to that, make sure I'm not beating the hell out of it. Brakes are brand new.
When'd you do that?
I didn't do that. My dad and I actually just figured that out when I put these wheels on here. I looked at the brakes and I was really thinking that I was going to need brakes soon. But it was just that I was a little low on brake fluid. And so when I took off the wheels and I put these on, I noticed, I looked at my brakes to make sure they were fine and everything, and they actually end up being brand new brakes. So I'm guessing he changed the brakes before he died, before I got the truck. I got it at 113. It is now at 118. Brand new tires. They're a little bit thicker than the 20s that I had on here. Came factory with 20s, but these are 17s. What size is this? 265, 70, thick sidewall here. Brand new tires.
265, 70, or 17.
Like I said, they came off a brand new Dodge. She literally just bought this Dodge, came into my work, and gave these to me. I said I needed some tires, and he said he really wasn't wanting them. And I was putting new wheels on his truck because that's where I work. I put rims on cars. It's my job. So that dude that everybody loves to make fun of. I have a personality that I just do something, I look a certain way, whatever it is, just somehow they always been able to make fun of me in the best of ways. I don't care though. It's not serious. I know it's not serious. We all laugh, we all joke, we all bullshit with each other, so I can take it. I don't take it personal. I don't take a lot of shit personal. So I'm just not that person to just get butthurt over anything and everything. I'm not one of these typical people nowadays that just love to get butthurt over everything. So I'm not like that. I've never been like that. I would never be like that. I love the bullshit. I love to play around. I love all of that shit.
What are your plans with modifications on this truck?
Honestly, okay. So when I get enough money, another guy at work actually has his stepdad has a truck. It's a 2005. And anybody in the comments can tell me if you can tell me if this will work. I need to know for sure. I haven't completely got into details. I need to look and research more about it. But he has a SRT Dodge Ram 2005 Viper V10 motor with a 6-speed trans. And I want to put it in this that he has at his house. And the truck is just sitting. His stepdad doesn't drive it anymore, and that just would be badass to have. Period. A V10 alone, that'd be amazing. Just to hear it and everything. That would be my daily, and then have this thing lowered, slammed on bags. Give her some nice wheels, clean her up, fix all the rust, get her a nice. Probably keep it black, but get her a nice black paint job. Tint out the windows a little bit better than the factory tint, because I don't like how they do the back windows all black. Like, they actually give you tint, and then in the front windows they give you nothing. I need at least a little bit here. Come on, guys. It's about it, honestly.
So for the people that don't know anything about Dodge engines, give me some more details on this engine.
Actually, I don't.
You jump in the ball.
I don't. Other than it being, an 8-cylinder, it's a V8.
Oh, I thought it was a 10-banger. No, I'm talking about the swap.
It's actually out of the original motor that they put them in. Is a Dodge Viper. So if you know what a Dodge Viper is, that's what motor I'd end up putting in this.
What gen?
I don't know generation. I know years maybe.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
It's I think the motor it would be coming out of that I would replace this one if I can get the motor. and everything to fit, and if it all will fit. It will be coming out of a 2005, I want to say. I don't know the year exactly. It's between 02 and 05 though. Dodge Ram 1500 SRT8. It comes with the V10 and a 6-speed manual. This is Scoobaru signing off with my 2003 Dodge Ram 1500 Thunder Road Edition.